So there's this video that has been circulating online, and the video is pretty old. If I'm not wrong, the video is about 10 years old. Can you even imagine that? That the video is about 10 years old, but the message is clear. The message is this. This boy was auditioning for the South African Got Talent show, and his message was simple. That his friend, who was of Congolese origin, had just left the country because of xenophobic attack. So what we can do at the moment, we can just rewatch the video. Then when we come back, I can analyze the video further. And mind you, the video is 10 years old, but the message is still fresh. Let's watch this.
In this song, I'm trying to say no to xenophobia.
Have you had a xenophobia experience?
My friend had to leave because of the xenophobia attacks.
Where was your friend from?
He was from Congo, DRC.
What's your friend's name?
My friend's name was Alain.
Alain.
Yeah.
So hopefully through this performance, your friend will hear your message, but mostly the whole of South Africa will hear your message.
Yes.
I wish you the best.
Thank you.
Please go ahead.
Cause of xenophobia, I lost a friend. He wrote a letter, said he gotta leave, he doesn't feel safe, and said I love you at the end. I reminisce the good times that we had together and all the time that we would spend. Let us all be one, look what we have become. Together we can conquer everything. I'm asking the Lord to make the blessings rain, so we can all see the light and be alright and stop the fight. It's cool, there on the mic, I write what I like to be right. A fight is a fight, I'm preaching very hard on this mic. I'm saying no to xenophobia. I am telling my story and I don't really care cause my story counts. How can you kill your own kind? What happened to Ubuntu, sincerity and being kind? An eye for an eye makes the word blind. I know those words sounds familiar. No to xenophobia. I got a friend who I call a brother. He is from another country but we still love one another. I felt tears in my eyes when he told me that his father died. All I said that he was fine, but I knew how he felt inside. Pain is really what he felt inside. So I am appealing to the people of South Africa to reminisce before 1994 when we were in apartheid. They welcomed us with open doors. I don't know how you can kill and burn a brother and show no remorse. You may think what I'm saying is not cool, but I ain't trying to be cool. I'm trying to portray a message that's good. Put a burning tire over a brother, take an AK-47, they shoot, that's not good.
So the message is clear. Actually, the message is 10 years old and it's still relevant, up to date. Xenophobic attacks. But for me, I normally refer to them or to what is going on in South Africa as Afrophobic attack. Why am I saying so? Because a good number of people who are not of South African origin, they're still doing business in South Africa. Okay? So it is only the Africans who are doing businesses in South Africa who are being chased away. And that's why I'm referring to it as as Afrophobic attacks. Okay? The fear of Africans. Africans fearing themselves. Actually, this is not right because it, number one, kills the dreams of our forefathers. The dreams of our forefathers, the main dream was Africa to unite. But I think South Africans mostly, as you're speaking now, they have now seen the consequences of what they are doing, because I've just been listening to their news. We have, actually the population is divided, because we have the population, a good number of population, which is protesting against what is going on, the Afrophobic attacks, and we have another population that is now conducting the Afrophobic attacks. By now, I think they've realized the consequences of what they are doing. One of the things that has happened is, you can just even watch online what has happened to South African national team when they were playing against Mexico. That a good number of African countries with their populations, they were now supporting Mexico instead of supporting South Africa. Why? Because of the xenophobic attacks. If I'm not wrong, in the next 5 days, South Africa as a national team, they are going to play against South Korea. And believe you me, a good number of Africans, they are going to support South Korea. Why? Because of the so-called xenophobic attacks. So we have this population, a good number of population, the majority of South Africans who are now against what is happening in South Africa and calling upon all Africans to unite and support South Africa, because South Africa is part of Africa as a continent. So you as Africa, in Africa and in the diaspora, do you think what they are doing is right? Do you think what they are doing is right? Me personally, what I think is, number one, we are against illegal immigration. Yeah, we are against illegal immigration. And even though a good number of Africans are not supporting the Bafana, that is the national team of South Africa, we also have the inter-country conflicts. If you don't know, some 2 days ago, 500 trucks that were ferrying goods from South Africa to go to the northern part of Africa through Mozambique, they were not allowed entry to Mozambique. They were denied entry because Mozambique as a country is saying, look, why should we allow you guys to pass through our country when you, the southern part of Africa, you are against the African Union, the African unity measures? So those are some of the things that are happening. And we have to applaud Africans, because Africans are now coming up. They're now showing that, look, we don't like what you're doing. And I want to applaud the EFF president, that is President Julius Malema, because Julius Malema has been very vocal when it comes to xenophobic attacks, when it comes to Afrophobic attacks. Even though people are not agreeing with what he's saying, he's unequivocal about it. He is unapologetic about it, like saying that we as Africans, we have to unite. And what you South Africans are doing, you are doing the wrong thing. That is what Julius Malema is saying in relations to the attacks that is going on in South Africa. The president of South Africa himself, President Cyril Ramaphosa, he has not condemned that. Honestly, he has not condemned that. But he has given out some public addresses in relations to that. And I think he has just done that because of the public pressure from the international communities. And I had one ambassador saying that, look, if Cyril Ramaphosa has to travel outside South Africa to any other African country, then there'll be totally demonstration in that country, because there's a feeling that Cyril Ramaphosa, who is the president of South Africa, is not doing much to curb what is going on in South Africa. So my hope and prayer is that at the end of the day, a good number of population who are protesting against migration in South Africa will come to their senses and realize that they are doing wrong. They will come to their senses and realize that they are doing wrong, because this one is also even it's like President Ramaphosa is nearly declaring conflicts with other African countries. If you look at Ghana, for example, Ghana has failed to renew the mineral deals that they are doing with South Africa because South Africa is not doing well when it comes to combating xenophobic and Afrophobic attacks. President Ramaphosa and President of Ghana, that is President John Dramani Mahama, they are not in good terms. President Mahama of Ghana has just actually issued a statement to African Union for African Union to take measures and be involved in what is going on in South Africa. So brothers and sisters, let's make Africa great again. Let's love each other. Let's make sure that we as Africans, we are fulfilling the dreams of our forefathers talk about using one currency. Can you even imagine Africa using one currency? Talk about removal of tariffs and non-tariff barriers, which is a hindrance towards growth and trade within African continent. Talk about opening borders for trade. Africa will be great, man. And Africa must be great. If not, then we as Africans are done. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for liking this video, and see you next time. Bye bye.